Hi guys, if you are watching, we are now live with episode 3 of Trading Europe. So I'm gonna start out today by having a bit of a look on the games that I've got going on so far. So currently I got 47 open trades for an open turnover of about $1,800. Let's have a look at the games that are going on now. So there's been I'm currently working on clearing a bonus on Common. So that's where I got the most of my volume in today. I've been really placing on any edge that has occurred on Common since I got like less than a week to turn over about 20k Norwegian kroners, so about 2k pounds. That is. So it's been a good mix of Arabian football and some games in Asia as well. There's a couple of them earlier today, and Myanmar and Vietnam. Vietnam didn't win, unfortunately, or not win enough since they had a European handicap on that one. So that sucked, but it happens. And we can also see the closing edge ended up being even better there. So it was a good trade, but you don't win every trade. You just gotta keep trying to beat the closing line. That's what this is all about. All right, so I'm just gonna pull up the Twitch as well, just so that I can see if there are any questions that I receive. Okay, so quite a bit of action on the lower leagues in England as well, as usual. Bet365 has delivered on Saturdays, so that's always good to see. The bet sizes have been ranging between everything from low to $10 to about $110, $120. I think is approximately the largest bets I got on today, or 1100 NOK. So let's hope there won't be too many goals in the Slovakian top division today versus NK Domsala. So also got some money on the City game. So City need one more goal for that to come in. So hopefully Aguero's got a hat trick in him today. Will be exciting to see. And we had that game on the TV in the background here earlier, and I told Martin to turn off the flash score, and suddenly I see him staring at the screen for 2 minutes, and then I know that now there's going to be a goal. Oh yeah. Okay, sorry about the video software being in the way there. Okay, so we got a bet here on Danish football. So let's have a look at that. Viborg versus Sønderjyske. That's a good edge. Get 250 in there.
Du må minimere OBS. Du kan ikke ha det oppe.
Alright. Har fjernet det nå. Tror jeg. FNR kanskje. Alright, Martin just telling me to get rid of OBS, the streaming software, so it's not in the way. Now, hopefully it should be alright. Okay. Yes, I do want to place that bet. Alright, so that one's good. Okay, a couple more trades popped in at Common. I've noticed that their over-under edges are usually gone unless it's above or below, above 3 or below 1.5. So some of them are not going to bother looking up. Let's see here on the Spanish low leagues. That's in the Segunda division, Alcorcon. Yeah. Alright. that. So I think I got to turn over my. Currently got 7,000 in play at Common. Started out at 8 this morning, and I got to turn over that um, for about 14k more before Wednesday. So we're gonna be pretty busy on this account this weekend. Let's see if we can find Bulgaria, or is it Hungary? Hungary, yeah. The 100 game as well. Okay, let's see here. Draw no bet. Yep, that's still good. And a couple of times, to my surprise today, even though, you know, at Come On you can check the max limit on the games. So I did that on a couple of trades and made sure I was way below it, and still my game was, my bet was sent to approval. Surprisingly enough, like, that happened about 4 times, and 3 out of 4 they actually approved it. And then for instance, on one game, I placed it at 1.95 on a home win, and they suddenly, after they approved it, it dropped to 1.83. So it was quite surprising, but still not limited. So I guess that's a good thing. And here you can see there's another over under on Come On, which is the same as mobile bet, but I'm not going to take that because or bother looking it up, because they're pretty quick on those over 2.5 lines. Okay, so one thing that I wanted to have a bit of a look on today was the odds on this Burnley versus Man City game, because pre-game the news got out, or with the lineups, that Tom Heaton, Burnley's goalkeeper, wasn't going to start. So I just figured that we could have a look at the Pinnacle odds just to see how that dropped before the game. So odds portal's fighting a bit with me, but it should turn out. Lagging, or is it just me? Yeah, OBS usually lags a bit. Not too much I can do about that, unfortunately. But okay, so on the 1x2, so the game started at 1:30 Norwegian time, or 12:30 UK time. Then the odds was at 1.29 on City. So as soon after the opening or the lineups were announced, the odds dropped by 0.05 down to 124 before kickoff, and one could assume that Aguero starting and Tom Heaton not playing played a very large part in the result of those odds dropping. As you also can see, all of the bookmakers dropped their odds on City pre-game. So it sort of gives an indication into how important the lineups are, and that they do have a very large impact on the odds, the closing odds. Let's see if we can find the Newcastle game here. write me something. Just gonna have a. All right. So Martin's telling me that it's lagging a lot. So we're gonna try and turn the stream off a bit and then turn it back on in about 5 minutes. So hopefully that will improve it. Sorry about that, but see you guys in 5. Okay, guys, we are back live again. So hopefully everything should be all right now. Martin's set up a new Wi-Fi, so that should take care of things. So the City game ended in a 2-1, which was not very good, as both Martin and me had money on City winning by 2 goals. So it happens again. So let's see if we can catch some more games before the large round starts at 3 p.m. UK time. Okay, so we have some Austrian football here. Austria. Yep, that's still good. Alright, we got that one. Okay, let's have a look at this Tenerife game as well. Yeah, if I can get in a couple more bets today, that would be really great, especially with regards to this this bonus that I'm trying to clear. All right. The net disappeared. Not ideal. Okay, we got some Norwegian basketball on the all leagues, so I'll see if I can get in some action there. Nidaros. Alright. I won't place the. I'm a bit uncertain about this game, so therefore I went ahead and placed a bit below Kelly. And yeah, I wasn't allowed to do that either, so. Norwegian basketball is a pretty low liquidity market. So now I'll have to see if I can find that game so that it does not mess up my stats. Alright, so I got in 200 there. I came across a bonus site for which appears to be for UK customers. The bonuses weren't fantastic, but at least they had some on Bet365, so I'm just going to post that in the chat. And if you sign up to those sites on the soft books, maybe you can get some more value from it. Okay, so yeah. One more thing I wanted to touch upon on that Burnley game. So there's a great blog that I'm following, which is called StatsBomb. It's a collection of people who do analytics for football teams that run it, and one of the guys used to work as the chief of analytics for both Brentford and Midtjylland. So they had a very interesting article where they compared the Premier League teams and how well they performed over the first 12 games of the season versus a sample size of the last 6 seasons of PF football, so since 2009. And one of the things that they said was that Burnley right now is very, very bad in defense. So they average about 20 goals against each game. and this puts them like the worst out of 160 teams. 160 teams over the past 6 years. So despite that, they've been running pretty good. So currently they're sitting in, the 12th place in the league. Burnley's been on a pretty run good, so we'll see if that lasts. But it sort of also added to it why I reckon that there was good value on the City game today. And also Tom Heaton has made the most saves of any goalkeeper in the Premier League after 12 games over the last 6 years, and he was missing today. So pretty huge loss that for Burnley, and sort of explains why the odds dropped so much when he was missing, because he's such an important player. Okay, so let's have a look at this this Margate game. These alright, so unfortunately it's dropped. That makes it expired. Okay, I'll have a look at the Tenerife game as well again. Tried finding that one earlier, but it popped up again, so hopefully it's there now. Yeah, and another team in the Premier League that's been running way below EV in terms of their online metrics is West Ham. So their conversion rates on both ends of the field have been like twice as bad as the season averages. That's been over the last 6 seasons. So it's going to be interesting to see whether they're able to turn around a bit over the next couple of games. Alright, Tenerife game. No, that has dropped. And also, let's see if we can give Reese a call and hear how he's doing.
Hey mate, what's happening?
Hey Reese. So
what's going on?
We're on the stream right now, and I figured we could do a little bit of a talk of some of the worst sweats or bad beats that we've had on the sports trading.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. One springs to mind this past week. Did you see the Borussia Dortmund Liga game?
Was it in the CL Champions League?
Yeah, the Champions League, man.
Yeah.
It ended 8-4.
Yeah.
I had the unders on 4, and I thought it was the absolute stone cold nut trade. I was delighted with the trade. I think I got a little edge. I think it was 1.2% or something like that, quite close to kick off. I think we had about $200 of the fund on it, under 4. Couldn't believe my luck. Thought it was a decent trade, and come 20 minutes in, it was 3-1.
Yeah,
so not looking too crash on, and obviously it went on, and it was an absolute nightmare. But I think a few people in the community actually had on the overs in that game as well.
Yeah, so
absolute crush.
They were pretty stoked about that.
What about you, bro? What do you got?
Okay, so my game goes back till the end of I think it was the 2014-15 season. So we're talking Turkish top division. So the situation is that Fenerbahce is playing against Istanbul away. And Galatasaray is leading the league, so Fenerbahce has to win. Otherwise, their main rivals, Galatasaray, will win the league.
Got it.
So pre-game, the opening odds on Istanbul were at 355 on Penny, and then the odds started dropping. So I got in at about 2.9, I think, on Istanbul. And at the time the match kicked off, it was at 259 on penny, so about a 10% edge. And the game gets going, and Istanbul is up by 2 goals. And then Fenerbahce manages to put one, make it 2-1, like 10 minutes before full time.
Yep.
And I got a photo of sort of the score here and what happened. And so Fenerbahce gets a red card and equalize, 1 man down. So it's now 2-2. And then the other team, and then Fenerbahce, or my team, Istanbul, attacks. They get a penalty because the striker shoots it. One of the defenders handballs it on the line, so he gets a red card. It's a penalty in stoppage time. Another player gets sent off protesting against the referee. So 3 red cards now.
Standard Turkish football.
What?
Standard Turkish football.
Yeah, standard Turkish. And I mean, the striker, he scored 2 goals so far in the game, so he's on a hat trick. Steps up to the penalty spots, and he places the ball like 5 meters above the bar. So absolutely terrible miss from Mr. Bettor at Istanbul.
I like to remember his name. Like, it's really affected you.
No, I looked the game up earlier just because it was such a ridiculous game, and I'll post a YouTube link so you can like watch those final red cards for yourself. So the game still isn't finished, because of all the red cards.
What line did you have in this game? Sorry.
What?
What line did you have in this game?
I had Istanbul straight up win.
Okay, and it's 2-1. It's 2-1 at this point.
No, at this point it's 2-2. But Fenerbahce's got 3 red cards, and there's still like 5 minutes left to play in overtime. So Istanbul goes on a counter-attack, and then a Fenerbahce player like tackles an Istanbul player in the head and gets sent off. So now Fenerbahce has 4 red cards and 1 more red card, and they have to forfeit the game automatically. But still, Fenerbahce has to win, right? So they get a corner kick, they move up the goalie and everything, so leave the goal wide open, and Istanbul gets a counter-attack. The goal's wide open, the striker's just running with the ball, not passing it to his teammates, and he gets tackled from behind by the goalkeeper. So it should have been a red card and an auto forfeit, but ref decides otherwise, gives the goalie a yellow card. Still 2 minutes to go. Fenerbahce down by 4 men, and Istanbul get another chance to like put in the 3-2 goal. They don't manage it and end up drawing at a 2-2. So would have had a pretty nice profit on that game. So absolutely terrible. And check out the link because that's the sickest. Like I turned the game on when there was 15 minutes left. It's the sickest 15 minutes of football I've ever watched, and the clip is only 2 minutes and shows the red cards, so just insane.
What? Was that a bet from EdgeBet?
Yes,
the old
it
EdgeBet?
was. Yes, it was.
Sick. And you were sweating this game live?
Yeah. So
what was the edge at?
The edge was at about 9%, so it was pretty solid, and one of my friends was Snapchatting and filming me when the Istanbul missed the penalty, so that ended up being a pretty funny clip amongst my friends.
It's always good when your pain is your friend's entertainment.
Yeah.
How much action you got on today, bro?
I got about 2K going. Got about somewhere between 50 and 60 bets, I think.
50 and 60?
Yeah.
Perfect. I've got about 4,100 in play thus far. We're currently sitting at a $283 profit for the day. I took +2 on Burnley, and I took the under 3.25. obviously I took those bets before the news that Tom Heaton wasn't playing came out.
Yeah.
Which obviously didn't end too well for my edge percentage, but the result wasn't too bad, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, that's good that someone made money off that game.
Got to do it for the TradingEurope fund.
Yeah.
You know that. There's a little bit of value on the under 2.5 line on. I know it's just dropped on the Swansea Crystal Palace game.
Okay,
It's all starting to move right now. We've got 15 minutes before kickoff. Yeah, so it's not been the worst start to the day, to be honest with you. Have you got any settled trades yet, Marius?
Yeah, I got a couple. I've been working on a bonus on Command, so I've been placing some bets on internationals in Asia, on Vietnam and Myanmar and whatnot. So, but it's not been going too good so far.
Yeah, I saw that Vietnam had a player sent off. What was the end score in that? It was 2-0, was it?
Vietnam ended up winning, but I had a European handicap, so they needed to score another goal.
Oh, they went down to 10 men as well, didn't they?
Yeah, I haven't
my current sweats, if you guys want to follow along with my current sweats, I've got some German 3-Liga action going on. I've got the over 2 goals in the Duisburg-Ireland game, which is a lock right now. It's currently 2-2, but I've also got Duisburg on -0.5. So the Asian handicap money line there. And I've got this Magdeburg versus Halsha. I've got the over 2. And it's currently 1-0, so I'm playing for a wash. So that's and obviously it wouldn't be a Trademate Saturday without a bit of Indian Premier League action on. So I've got the Chennai Warriors versus Northeast United, and I've got Chennai in -0.25. Friend of Trademate Dudu has banged in 2 goals. And then the fella on the other team has scored 2 as well. So it's currently 2-2 with 30 minutes to go.
That's good. I got some money on Gladbach today, and also on under 3.5 on NK Domžale in Slovakia. So biggest sweats I got going.
You've got action on Gladbach, Gladbach?
Yeah.
What action you got?
I got 1K, 1100K or 1100 in Norwegian kroners on Gladbach on a draw no bet Gladbach.
Yeah, that's a good bet. What odds you get?
1.54, 4.5% edge. So.
Yeah, that was super active, that line. I was going to take some action there, but I just couldn't get any good value.
Yeah. And I got it at the bookie. I'm working on a bonus as well, so that was just perfect.
Just rip it in.
Yeah.
That is perfect, isn't it? There's a little bit of action here on this Blackpool-Newport County game. Blackpool -0.5.
Okay, it ain't popping up at the soft books at least.
Yeah, that's right. All right, man. I better get back to it and try and squeeze some last-minute trades on. But I'll be streaming live from 5 p.m. On TradingEurope, guys. We'll do a quick half an hour. We'll do a wrap up of my 3 o'clock round, and we'll see how we did, and we'll try and get some action on that Chelsea-Tottenham game. Hopefully, I think that is going to be a feisty event, so I'm looking forward to sweating that game. So hopefully, we can find some nice edges on that one.
I think I got an edge on a draw there earlier. Let me see if I can find it.
Listen, I ain't dealing in draws more than 4 hours before kickoff. We're not dealing in that.
Yeah. Well, okay. I'll talk to you later, then, Reese.
Absolute pleasure, buddy.
Yeah.
I'll speak to you soon. Bye, mate.
Sure. Bye-bye. All right. So it's approaching 4. Let's see. See if we can find something on this basketball game in Turkey. So I've been trying to stick away from the all leagues mostly during my trading here, but for some of the bookies where I've not really been able to get in a large volume on recommended leagues only, like Guts for instance, I'm going to start opening it up a bit, my range a bit more. Right, let's see if that was quite a large edge. So it's still an edge even at 1.9. So it's good to check that out. Okay, place in 120 on that. Just place it slightly below in case it does any dropping before kickoff. Okay. So yeah, that was pretty pretty close to kickoff as well, and one of the reasons why I decided to take an all league bet and open it up a bit. Okay. So I'm down a bit today overall over the last couple of days. The good run has continued, so it'll be interesting to see where it's at after today's rounds is closed, since I got 55 bets in open bets currently. Alright, I'll have a look at this Sutton game, but I'm not sure if we'll find it. Nope, they removed the over and underlines completely there.
I just put in a Sutton game.
Come on.
In Wolverhampton. Seems good, yeah.
Yeah, but they removed it completely on.
I literally just clicked play straight on Wolverhampton.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I guess so mobile bet and Come On have the same odds provider, I guess, but still they make some changes on which games are offered and what lines they remove, and it's interesting to see those differences between the bookies. Alright, so I have not been paying very much attention to how the games I got money on have been running today. Just trying to get in as much bets as possible. So let's have a look. The Gladbach game still 0-0. Not enough details on the Norwegian score site, so let's have a look at some of the earlier games. Okay. Oh, this Koblenz game, I got some good money on that. And they won, so that is some excellent news. 7% edge, so that's pretty solid. Happy to get that one in. I got some money on under 3.5, so that is a bust. And another edge popped up here on Crew, so gonna get some money on that as well. In general, the Bet365 site is not the easiest to navigate, but I've been spending quite a lot of time there, so it's time to remember which teams are in which league and where to find them. Alright, let's have another look and see if there's some more open trades. Curious to see how this Banik Ostrava game was the one I talked about earlier, where they sent my bet for approval and ended up approving it before slicing the odds very soon after. And they won, so that is some great news. Shouldn't have approved that bet, huh? Come on. guys, the games are kicking off pretty soon. So, do you guys have any questions that you'd like me to address, or otherwise I'll just have a quick look over the games again, and I'll think we'll wrap this up pretty soon. I'm not gonna bother with these smaller stake games. They'll update themselves eventually. This Vicenza game is, I got some money on that one. 0-0 at halftime. Alright. Pieces 0-0 as well. Jonas good. Alright, so these are looking alright at halftime. Okay, and the rest of the game starts at 4. So, yeah. Okay, I guess we'll wrap it up. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. Sorry for the technical issues. Hopefully we'll have a new Wi-Fi provider by the next time we go live. So take care until then, and hope you enjoy Reese's stream later today as well. Bye, guys.